Yeah, it was a really solid performance because I think Bulldogs have, shown particularly their last couple of games that they're a really gritty team and they don't beat themselves. I think they completed 93% at half time tonight, and I think I said yesterday before the game that watching them play, high completions, a lot of effort. So it was really tough. But yeah, it was really pleasing from our point of view. I thought we handled a bit of the chaos a lot better tonight. Darius played 3 different positions and did them all exceptionally well, and I thought our middle to start the game were very good. So yeah, it was pleasing.
Your forwards in tandem were really good tonight, Anthony.
Yeah.
Look, your middle stayed great, the guys off the bench,
Yeah.
and you're offloading guys on the edges. It was like they seemed to all work really well.
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good week's preparation, and it's probably been the first time we've had everyone on deck for, I'm not sure, 5 or 6 weeks, because of injuries or origin or whatever else. But they played for each other tonight. One of the big challenges I found was that there was a lot of effort, individual effort early in the year, but it wasn't sort of that overlapping effort that makes a team. So I felt as though the last 3 weeks have been a really good step in the right direction there.
Tony Stay's probably the best game of his career, Steve's tonight. He was outstanding, wasn't
Yeah, very good. Yeah, really good. He saw some early footy, got some opportunities that he took close to the line, which was pleasing. And I thought he was really sound defensively as well, which is most important, I think.
You've spoken a bit in the last couple of weeks about the number of home games you've got coming home. I mean, people were kind of saying you're out of the finals race, but you're right in it. You guys must not have written the season off.
No, definitely not. No, look, there's no doubt it's been challenging at different periods of the year, but we've, internally we know where we're going. We've got a plan in place. I think people forget, 10 players have made their debut for the club this year. 6 of those players have played their first games in the NRL this year. Flegler did, and, Paddy Carrigan, the list goes on. Xavier Coates, Herbie Farnworth, etc. And then we got another group of boys who only played a couple of games last year. Like Payne Haas only played 3 games last year. Gama Shibasaki only played 1 game last year, and the list goes on. So, it's about learning and it's about improving, and that's what we feel as though we've done. I think we were a bit shaky there when we lost 3 in a row during that origin period, but that's not unusual for a lot of teams who have high representation in teams. So we just keep plugging away. We'll dump this game tomorrow and move on to the Titans.
I think Tony had a couple of line break assists tonight as well, so he's quite creative as well as being very strong. Did you see this in him, and is there more in Tony Staggs in his all-round centre play like we're seeing?
Oh yeah, Katani's got enormous potential. I mean, I've backed him from day one since I've come here. He's been in our 17 every single week, and I made some tough calls probably, after about round 7 or round 8 to get Katani back into the team. So I've got so much belief in him. I think he will only get better as well, and it's probably off the back of his hard work. He works really hard at training. He's really diligent with regards to his preparation, and he's got a lot of potential.
Do you think it was his best game for the club?
I think they're certainly, if it's not his best game, one of his best. So I watched it back. I didn't think there was anything to it, but it was a big call in the context of the game. We had a fair bit of the flow, and it sort of slowed us up there a little bit. But I'm not sure why there was a penalty and put on report. But who knows? They'll look at it.
Do you think you typify to see the development of these young guys when you're starting to see more hard and bench to them, like Flegler tonight, Carrigan off the bench, they're really maturing?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, and that's what it's about. And anyone who thinks NRL's easy, it's not easy. It's a bloody tough competition, and it's on every single week, regardless of who you play. It'll be on again next week against the Titans down there. So some of the guys, it's been a big learning curve for them, and I always challenge the guys to be consistent and know what we're going to get. But it's just it's part of the process, and we're starting to see some positive signs, which is really pleasing.
Do we forget that Payne Haas is only 19? I mean, you see him make 200 metres,
Yeah.
it's almost expected of him.
I reckon so. Because, look, he played 3 games last year for the club, and every one of those games he had limited minutes. So you can't say that he was a first grader last year. I threw him in the deep end there, round 5, because obviously he missed the early part of the year. And as I said, I've got so much belief in him. I didn't put him in reserve grade. I didn't start him on the bench. I threw him straight in because I can just see his potential. So he's only 19. He's going to continue to get better, but he's consistent, and that's what I like about him. He's, what you're going to get, every single week, and the difference between his best and his worst in this early part of his career is really minimal.
What's the best young prop you've seen this season?
Oh, he's outstanding. I'd hate to put any pressure on him, and I don't want to talk Pano up too much, but he's probably, he played 15 games this year or something like that, whatever it is, 14 games, 15 games. He's been really consistent in those games, and he's played an Origin game. So the experience he's going to get for next year and the year after is invaluable. Yeah.
What about Tavita's offloading? He's leading the comp now with his offloading.
Is he? Yeah, okay.
Just the way he's picking and choosing them and what's coming out of them. Look, I think he's set up your win against Cronulla, and
Yeah.
before half time he gave you something you needed.
Yeah.
Is that coming along for him?
Yeah, definitely. And it's about select. We talk about selective offloads and sighted offloads. It's not just an offload that's out the back. So that was Tavita's work on when I first got to the club. So I think he's a lot more selective now, and he sights his target, which is really important for any player who offloads. And we don't play structured footy. I don't want us to play structured footy. I want us to play, the principles of create momentum. And one way to create momentum is an offload. So there's certainly times and places on the field where you want offloads to happen, but he's got a really good skill. So why make him a robot and just run straight ahead? If it's on, I want him to play the footy. So
there's a bit of a gamble, I guess, moving, or some sort of getting moving Darius to 5'8" at this stage of his career, but tonight his service was great.
Yeah.
Why did you want to move him to 5'8"? What did you think he could offer?
I just think he looks pretty classy there as a ball player. Watching him play and coaching him for the short time I had him in Origin there a few years ago and early part of the year, his weapons are on short sides and out the back of shape. So that was one of the things I saw in him. And I suppose defensively, although he's copped some criticism this year, I think he's a really good defender. He's strong. And he's really enjoying it. Like just talking to him after the game, he's really enjoying it, which is great. It's good to see him have a smile on his face. Because at the end of the day, we play a sport. It's footy. We love footy because we played it as kids, and he's just enjoying his footy. And sometimes we get too serious about it, and it's not the end of the world. That a player plays a bad game, but it's how they react to that. And I think Darius has shown over the last three weeks. That he's reacted really positively. So I'm really proud of him. And it's only early days, but he seems to be suited to it, and he's enjoying it, which is the main thing. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.